Okay guys, this is the Anker 53-liter dual zone. I haven't seen any videos on YouTube about this yet, so figured we'd do a little unboxing. It just got dropped off yesterday. It was dropped off upside down, so I'm probably not going to power it up today. I gotta look because I think you have to let that settle for a day, but you could check it out because there's literally no videos unboxing the dual zone. I'm pretty sure this box is way bigger than the actual dimensions with some protection, and maybe even, I don't know if it comes in a retail box, but yeah, it does. Oh, good. Okay. So it's protected well. Let me give you a view here. Got its box. We'll take it out of that. It comes in this nice retail box. I'll pull it out later to see the actual packaging. Okay, thank God that's a lot of styrofoam, so the length should not be as long as that box, I don't think. All the cables. I did not order the extra battery or the extra solar panels. I might do one more battery. I didn't see if we're able to. It said you're supposed to be able to order another battery afterwards. So you have your, oh, that's a nice switch. Actuator switch on the DC. Then we have the solar connector. You can charge the battery itself, the DC. This is the AC. Power does not have, oh, wait, yes it does. It does have the exterior power supply, normal AC outlet, but it comes apart, easy to fold down. All right, now let's see how we're going to, oh, there we go. Okay. And if you don't know the dimensions, or you forgot, oh, that's a big boy. Wow. Okay, so it probably doesn't do too much good to measure without the handles, because I don't remember if the handles were removable, but you got about 31, about 31 3/4 to 32 wide on the body itself. But then it does bow out where that battery hookup is. Let's get this out of the box and onto the table, and we'll do a little bit more of a deep dive on that. Okay, so now you can see, now the dual zone is the only one that comes in gray. At first I kind of wanted that green color, but the gray looks really nice in person, and it kind of like looks like it goes with anything. So they'll match a lot of power stations. And I just got that EcoFlow Wave 2 and same color scheme, just gray and black, nothing crazy. So now we can see dimensions. You got the wheels are attached, the handles are attached. I think you can does not look like they would be easily removed. I think they're designed really to have that. But if you're looking at the height off the ground, it's about 19 and a half, just under, for the floor to handles. Your width is going to be with the body about just 16 and a half. And then I should do this to the battery. Well, I should do handle to handle because I don't know. I don't think you could avoid these handles. I think that's part of the design, unless there's something inside that removes it. But it looks like you're looking at about 38 inches of clearance, maybe 37 from handle to handle. So you're gonna need a lot of room for this thing. The wheels are feel very sturdy. They don't feel chintzy. They got a solid rubberized plastic, but I mean, a little wiggle, but you probably need that. For a heavy cooler, I think those will be just fine. And maybe sand might be an issue, but I still think that they're probably rugged enough to deal with that. Let's go a little wider, and we'll show going a little wider so we can see the handles here and the drop-down table. So the drop-down support for the storage table. You're probably not going to use this as a cutting board, but in a pinch you could, or you could rest the small cutting board on it, which is nice. It also will be the handle. When you put this up, the handle for, that flexes a lot, but I'm sure it's supposed to. It's got to be designed for that weight, I would assume. Integrated bottle opener. I'll show you the battery compartment. I still haven't taken a look at that yet. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Okay, the battery compartment. Again, I didn't buy the additional ones. I have to see if I can still. They said you would be able to after the fact, but I don't even know if I need it. If you have this in a power station. Okay, so this is a fully removable flap. It's got a little hook on there. Snaps on. Not too bad. You have your DC if you want to run it without the battery. I believe you can also charge it from, I don't know if you, I have to see if you can charge the battery while plugged in. I would hope so. There's pass-through charging through that instead of just having to plug it, because they do include, if you want to charge the battery separately, you have this, or if you want to charge it via solar. So, it's got 3 bars being shipped, 3 bars of life. So you can charge this directly. You could remove the battery and charge it and have it powered. A lot of options for charging, I believe. I have to see if DC will pass through charge that battery or not. We'll test that. So this is what they were talking about when they were worried about the waterproofing. It's very exposed. This is not going to offer protection. So we'll see when that case comes how protected it is. But just a little handle, pull out, very small battery. For being a 299 watt hour. And it's got your 2 USB-A, 1 USB-C, your solar and your power. That's it. It's pretty basic. Next. All right. Let's do some top down and show you what we're looking like. Interior space. Be right back. The nice thing about this over the EcoFlow Glacier is you can, if you want to just get into the one compartment, you don't have to open up both doors. I like that. That was one of the things when I was comparing the two, because I don't get sent these. I had to make a decision on buying one, and I had to kind of weigh off the cost, whether the ice maker was important or the capacity. The thing I did like about the EcoFlow was the removable divider. So you can have just one giant compartment that you don't get here, but it's also, I mean, not half the price, but with the early bird, it was, for all intents and purposes, almost close to half the price. And I don't think I need the ice maker, because I'm pretty sure if you have a freezer, you can just put ice in there. I do like that it has a drain plug. They both do. The EcoFlow does too. Very easy to deal with. So if you do have to thaw out your ice, if maybe you accumulate frost in the freezer section, you have that option. Let me get a little closer here. Okay, so that's probably a better look at the compartments. So you have this basket divider is removable. So if you have a lot of, there we go. This basket divider is removable, so you have plenty of cross space if you need something larger there. This is just documentation, and if you want the apps, and that's just the most important. So you have drain plugs on both sides, which is nice. So no matter which side you're using as a freezer, if you have to thaw it out, you have that option. You have lights on both sides. So you have the light here, the light there, and they look like soft glow, like soft frosted LEDs, so they won't be so hard. Nighttime, you're trying to find something. And again, I love the fact that you have separate doors, although it would have been awesome if there was a way to get that with no divider in between if you want to go single zone and have something larger. But this is already very large space. Like, look at this. This compartment is ridiculous. You can fit so much here. We'll do it. Should put some cans. Actually, you know what? I'll be right back. Let's see what we can fit in this. So on the larger portion, I was able to put about 39 cans of normal 12-ounce sodas. I had Miller Lite cans, but they were thinner, so it's kind of cheating filling that up. But it's a pretty significant size. You're probably not going to fit an 18 count of eggs in here because of the side compartment. Now, if you took this, a normal dozen, it looks like it's perfect for. I'd have to test that, but I don't have a normal dozen. Let's see. I mean, you could, if you remove it, you could easily fit an 18 count of eggs. But you could also get, hold on. But you could also get one of these. I bought these for camping so that if they get jostled around in the car, you're protected with a hard shell. Now, that's probably even, I mean, it'll sit, you remove the divider, that'll sit clean above other stuff sandwiched in. But, I mean, they're so protected here, you could go sideways. You could even, if you needed to put that below, but you probably put other stuff. Let's test out some. Oh, I don't have a full gallon of milk, but these 52-ounce fit very well. Right here, you had to put a couple of them. I mean, depending on how long of a trip, you'd be able to fit those, no problem. And your eggs can go right there. But this might be your freezer section, so meats, bacon, depends how you're going to do it, how you're going to set this up. But a lot of options. And the removable baskets, like most of them have, make life a lot easier. Okay, Nala. Lila. Now, we'll plug it in and see the controls. We're set up for. Okay, as far as the controls go, I haven't actually used this yet, so we'll learn together. Normally I'd leave that on for an obnoxious amount of time, but for the video, figured let's peel that for visibility. All right. Really nice, clean display, very small screen, but showing the ambient temperature. So, let's see. You hit the settings button. You could put, I think -4 is the max that this compressor will go. Yeah, so max is -4, and we'll do a test on that. So it depends how you want to set it. Dual zone, both one zone. Probably thinking one fridge, one freezer. That's probably why you got the dual zone, but up to you. It's showing, it shows your battery percentage there, which is nice. So it's not just bars, like out of 4. You actually can see the exact number. That's pretty clean. And this is kind of a fingerprint magnet, but maybe when you get the case, it won't be so bad. Not a lot. Oh, there you go. There's Bluetooth. So if you hold that to sync with the app, I'm downloading the app now, so we'll do that in a second. The mode, that's battery protection, low, medium, high. I wonder if there's a eco. Doesn't look like there's an eco mode that some of them have, but I'll see. And also I'll see in the app, because it might be one of those things that's fine-tuned, or you have to hold one of these buttons. Oh, you could change, if you hold the settings button, you could change it from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Cool. Okay. Well, let's download the app, and we'll kind of take a deeper dive later when I can actually start this. It's only been right side up for sure for about 15 hours. It got delivered upside down from UPS, and I don't know how long it was upside down, if it was on the truck upside down or not, so I'm just gonna, I know these you usually have to let settle. Okay, so now we have device on. Add devices. And Bluetooth. Oh, I found it real quick. That was really, really quick. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's pretty slick, very much like the EagleFlow's app. You can monitor the current settings of the two different temperature ranges. You can change the settings. You could turn off a zone. You could view your battery. You could even view the battery input and output so you can see how much you're getting from solar or DC, which is a really nice touch. It's actually going to be very useful. Your settings, you could change your voltage protection, the screen brightness on the actual screen. That's kind of cool. I think you might want to leave that high for outdoors. But if you're indoors, you probably don't need it that bright. I don't know how much battery that's really going to draw. Rename it, change your Fahrenheit settings if you forgot how to in the setting, and then also upgrade firmware, which is really nice in case they catch some bugs, us being early adopters. That's really slick. So let's say we want the zone coldest to the compressor to be the freezer, the smaller zone. We'll leave that at -4, but we'll put this one, 32 is probably a good range. I heard these kind of have a 4-degree temperature swing, so I do not know if that's the case. But I'll kind of do further testing when I feel like this is settled enough. But this is just kind of like a first look, because you literally can't see this anywhere. We're also going to bring this out to the Bronco and show how it fits in the back, so you can kind of see. This is probably going to be the entire length of the cargo area, seeing how big this is. I don't even know if a fridge slide's going to be practical. Well, maybe you need it. I don't know. We'll see. But all right. Okay, so any 2-door, 4-door Bronco, I'm assuming Wrangler, same cargo capacity. You're not going to fit this thing like long ways in this fridge. You're going to have to like basically take up your entire cargo space sideways, and I guess I didn't measure that, but yeah, that's going to be a lot of cargo space just for your fridge. I already knew it was going to be too big for my teardrop trailer, but it's the dual zone is way too big to fit. I mean, I thought similar capacity one from Bouge RV that I don't really trust because it kind of failed on me a couple times camping, and I want to have like app monitoring, so at least I have peace of mind so I don't spoil my food. But this is a big sucker. Let's see if it fits, at least width-wise, because I would assume Anker would realize you need to put this in. I mean, that is all of your cargo space. I guess half your cargo space. That is a lot of space. Now that's the cost of a dual zone, I suppose. The good thing about orienting like that is the door handles actually face you. You can reach in. Crap. Maybe if you push it out a little bit. Okay, those are not soft close handles also. Those will slam down on you. Okay, so then that eats even more. Well, I guess you're not really going to be keeping it in the car the whole time where you're camping. You might take it out, put it under a tent, it's big though, and it's a 2-person job, unloaded. Well, not unloaded, I have cans of soda, but it took me and my girlfriend to maneuver this sucker. Thank God for the legs. If I was smarter, I would have just wheeled it, but I had an elevation change, all that. So you have your arms sticking out, taking up side storage, so there's not going to be a lot of room to store stuff on the side. One thing I don't remember if I mentioned, these do latch shut. They're a little toy-like, but they don't feel like they're going to open up on you accidentally, which is nice. That would be tough. So, crap. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer because now you have maybe you have kids, maybe dogs for the back seat. For a day trip, this is going to eat up a lot of cargo space. You could fit stuff on top, but you probably want to keep this clear, right? I mean, not only that, but let's see about charging. So, hold on. Let's get in there a little bit more. Okay. So now we are plugged into 12 volts still, same exact port. And we have pass-through charging of the battery. That's what you want, because in between trips you could top off your battery when you're driving around. That's the ideal scenario. Then when you get to your location, you can always plug it into a power station or solar. And you could even plug this into a power station and plug the power station into a 12 volt to kind of top off while you're driving if you're on a long road trip, so that you're charging. Once this is topped off, you'd be charging your power station. And let's check the app while this is happening. Okay, so we're pulling up the Bluetooth. Why did this turn off? When I went to get my other phone to record this, this turned off. I don't know why. I mean, it's not the temperature yet. Maybe because the low protection. I don't know. But now it's on. Turn Bluetooth on, so the app can connect. Now it finds it immediately when Bluetooth's on. That's really cool. So now we see the battery's at 73%. Again, this is not a test for. I don't even want to be turning this on right now because it's not really like settled yet, I don't think. So I might be screwing myself here. But battery input, 83 watts on 12 volt. So 83 watts of power. Now, say I'm all charged up. I'm on my fridge is to temperature. It's holding all the stuff, all my food. I have a topped off battery, and I'm driving, and I'm getting 83 watts of input on a road trip. You're gonna have no issues. By the time you get to camp, you're gonna be way topped off. And then you can plug into your solar, you can plug into your power station. Perfect. And I have the peace of mind when I'm driving that I don't have to hear if this is working or not. I can make sure it's the temperature. That's what I like, because I had a problem with hot food last time and I didn't know how long it was hot, and I didn't trust raw chicken at an unknown temperature for an unknown time. So it's awesome. I love this app. And I saw people saying it was buggy and early, but so far, I mean, I haven't really tested it, but it's everything I want. So next test will be getting it to temperature and seeing how long it stays cool on solar, but that's another video. So this is just kind of the walkthrough. Awesome. Honestly, I'm impressed with the app. I'm kind of bummed at how big this thing is because I was hoping it would be like the length, the width about here and the length about here, and that's probably why they sent out all those single zones to influencers and reviewers. But I do like the idea of like, this is a day camp thing, like a couple folding chairs. Actually, these are folding chairs, so I could literally, these little cheap Amazon chairs. I got two of those. A little folding table, maybe on top since we're not using it just yet. Folding chairs, folding table, maybe a blanket, maybe some plates and cutlery and stuff like that. I mean, you could, for a day trip, awesome. Got my little camp table if I need to. Prep some food if I don't want to pull that thing out. I already got that covered. So I can literally have a pan here. I mean a stovetop here, cutting prep area here, grab the food here, heat's away from the top, the soft top, don't have to worry about that. Reach in, no problem. I like how, I mean, that's probably a trade-off of the compressor. I like how low it sits. It would clear this top no problem for the smaller models. If you had maybe a drawer slide here, but I still got, I mean, stuff for the dogs, gear, I mean, recovery gear, now that, you got your toe straps, stuff like that, but I don't have an external mount for my like traction recovery boards yet, so that would be, I'd have to probably put that on, get a carrier for the spare tire or something, because I can't mount to the soft top. But, I mean, this would be an ultimate little camp thing for a day trip. Anything else you're going to want to, I mean, or you fold down the back seat, you know, or whatever, but I can't see myself building a platform to draw, like a sliding drawer for this thing. It's huge. I don't want to make this like a permanent fixture in here. I don't think I could. Maybe the smaller ones, because realistically, you're lobbing off a lot of width on that. But we'll see how it works. If it performs, that's really what matters. I mean, it's a kitchen set. Like, it's a total luxury. A cooler would be much smaller, but you have to account for ice. Even a weekend trip, like a few days, going to a campground. If you've got a trailer, like an RV or a teardrop or something, or a real big SUV or a truck bed, I mean, then it's no issue. But for this, I'm kind of surprised how big this is for the four-door Bronco cargo space. But we'll make it work. If it's reliable, then I'm ecstatic.